There are a few things that are more exciting than buying a new bike. But with so much choice on offer, it can also be a daunting proposition. Take our Hardtail of the Year test, for example. We had 22 bikes covering 4 different categories with prices ranging from £500 all the way up to £1,000. That's a mind-bending amount of choice, and it's not even every hardtail on the market. After 4 weeks of testing, we had a clear winner in each category. The best bike for £500 was the Trek Marlin 7. At £750, the Grand Canyon AL 5.9 was the standout bike. White took top honours in the women's specific category with its 802 compact. And for the second year running, the Vitus Sentier VRS proved that it's still the bike to beat for £1,000. With £500 burning hole in your pocket, you can get a seriously good mountain bike. All the bikes come with lightweight aluminium frames, hydraulic disc brakes, with self-regulating brake pads. Sure, you can find cheaper bikes, possibly even in the aisles of your local supermarket, but what you find with those look-alike mountain bikes is they tend to be really heavy, and they use disposable parts, so they'll probably work out more expensive in the long run. That's why £500 really is the minimum you want to spend for a hardtail. Most £500 bikes come with 27 gears, but don't get too caught up in the numbers or the specification. Invariably, it's the fork that will make or break the bike. Find the bike with the best fork, and you pretty much found the best hardtail for £500. Typically, £500 bikes come with coil-sprung forks like this one, so if you're not of average weight, you'll need to get a lighter or a firmer spring to get the most from the fork. Tires also play a massive part in the ride quality of a hardtail. They're your only contact points with the ground. Wider, bigger volume tires are best because they provide more cushioning and extra grip. You also want a knobbly tread pattern to dig into the dirt and find traction. One rung up the hardtail ladder doesn't bring a massive shift in frame quality or attitude, but spending £750 brings lots of incremental improvements. For starters, air-sprung forks are commonplace, and not only do they make the bike a lot lighter, but they're actually really easy to adjust for your different rider weights. So all you need is a shock pump like this one to adjust the fork to your rider weight. With a RockShox fork, like the one fitted to the Canyon, great starting point is the guide pressures on the back of the fork leg. These will give you a rough guideline for your rider weight, and then you can increase or reduce the pressure depending on whether you're getting all of the travel or not. The best £750 bikes also get Kevlar bead tires to reduce the rolling weight of the wheels and make the bike accelerate so much easier. The drivetrain is also upgraded to 2x10 or 3x10 instead of the 3x9 systems found on the cheaper £500 bike. Individually, these are all marginal gains, but taken together, they make a massive difference to the performance of the bike. By chipping away at the weight of each component, a £750 hardtail like the Canyon can be as much as 2 kilos lighter than the £500 bike. And that will make a massive difference on the climbs. For some manufacturers, a dash of pink on the men's frame is enough to classify it as women specific. And while that works for taller women, the best brands tailor their women specific bikes to smaller, lighter riders. The fit is improved by lowering the top tube to provide extra standover clearance, and lighter weight tubing can be used to get the weight down. Companies like Trek even go as far as using size-specific wheels to improve the fit further. If the fork is coil-sprung, lighter weight springs and custom damping go a long way to improving the ride comfort. The contact points are also tailored to smaller riders, with narrower handlebars and thinner grips than those found on the men's bikes. Obviously, all of these improvements in fit can work equally well for small men, which is why White has avoided the gender divide completely on the 802 and called it compact rather than women specific. Visually, there's very little to separate the £1,000 Vitus from the £750 Canyon. Both bikes get air-sprung forks, hydraulic disc brakes, and use 10-speed transmissions. It's attitude, not spec, that really sets top-tier bikes like the Vitus apart. With more relaxed, trail-focused geometry and upwards of 120mm travel on the fork, you can absolutely fly on the best 1000-pound hardtails. To better cope with the higher speeds and more aggressive riding styles, the forks come with 15mm quick release levers to boost stiffness and increase steering precision. The best thing about this design is it still allows you to get your front wheel in and out really easily. One key technology that starts making an appearance on 1000-pound bikes is the clutch rear mech. Whether it's SRAM's Type 2 design or Shimano's Shadow Plus, the concept is simple. By increasing tension in the rear mech, you help keep the chain on, and this offers a massive improvement in performance. And it's arguably even more important on a hardtail with no rear suspension. So hopefully that's given you an insight into the key differences between hardtails at different price points. And even if you don't buy one of our test winners, you should now have a better idea of what to look for and to expect when buying a hardtail. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in for more buyer's guide videos on everything from tires to full suspension bikes.